we arrived at this current location via a portal on the backside of the large tree in Lakota. You were escorted there by an elemental, a fire elemental who is considered to you guys his flesh friend, and was willing to protect you from the other elementals and all kinds of fun stuff. Guided you over to this. You guys made your way in, and we ended at that point. So that you guys know what you're looking at, this is a misty cove that you have been teleported into. There are will-o-wisps and butterflies and all kinds of sparkly magic all over the place. The bushes and trees and everything seem to have a small hint of the purple glow that you see on the outside in the smoke, leading you to believe that it is magic that is causing the color variation. Otherwise, it does look to be bustling with small creature life. Squirrels, chipmunks, all that good stuff. At the northern end of the area, there is a female who appears to be working magic on a small plant at her feet. And that is what you guys have arrived into.
What's the light situation like? It's pretty illuminated.
It is. Think like just before dusk. Like the sun's still up, but it's setting. That kind of feel.
Okay.
Suppose we should say hello.
I suppose that
Sorry. My daughter is going to bed on the other side of this wall, and so yeah, sorry.
I suppose it would surprise her to have people in here.
Then I guess I will slowly walk up 30 feet-ish and announce myself. Just kind of
Excuse me, over there.
She stops what she's doing and stands up tall. And when you see her stand full, you know she is extremely tall for an elf, for a female, but also for an elf. She looks over and she goes, "Oh, the dragon. How good to see you." Her voice remarkably soft-spoken, yet able to carry a long distance.
I look around between us, trying to figure out which one of us is a dragon. As if... I mean, he's part dragon, I guess.
Definitely all of it.
You
Just
were
haven't sprouted my slime
expect-
wings.
You were expecting us. As I moved more.
Of course I was expecting you. You are the 49th? 48th group of champions.
Since when?
Huh. Since the... Well, I guess it would be the third war? I believe it would be the third war when the portal first opened.
Had time to ask what happened to the other 47 sets.
Well, if you're here and they're not. I will say, for some time, we were fairly desperate, outsourcing to other realms even, to try and bring in champions. Funny enough, we did get creative a little bit in the invitations to the position. She takes just a couple steps forward. Oh, I do see that you have the wizard with you. Or is it sorcerer now? I can't remember which way you went there.
Nyack just looks at her and goes, who's we? You keep saying we.
I'm so sorry. Well, the other patrons, of course. See, I am just the youngest. I am the newest member to the family, but we have all joined wholeheartedly in the hopes that this team might do differently.
What do you need of us?
Is the way not clear? Is the path set before you not enlightened?
We know we need blessings. That's why we're here.
Well, to receive the champion's blessing, we've decided it'll take a lot more than us just declaring you a champion. But I have faith that you guys will pass the trial. The champions of this world are here to right the wrong that has befallen it. And I don't mean the petty squabbles, I mean the major altercations that have arisen because of somebody's tampering. See, there are people that have come to this world with great power. And they did not wield it in the truest form, and they did not wield it with sincerity and hope for the vision of the others around them, or for the rest of this realm. Sadly, that is how the rift came and the portal was opened. More so, that's how the other champions have died. In fact, there was a previous champion that decided to play even further with their great power, and spin the demise of this plane even further.
What does that even mean?
Can you imagine a world where the dragons were not your biggest threat?
That does seem to be what we are trying to achieve.
No, you mean like somebody just... Are you trying to say if we could just wish there to be no more dragons? Sounds preposterous.
Unfortunately, someone tried that. Sort of. And, well, let's just say that we ended up in the predicament we're in now, where instead of no dragons, we ended up with all of the dragons.
What?
Not sure I follow.
So they wished there were no dragons, and they wished for no dragons, even though there were already no dragons, and then somehow they got lots of dragons.
There
What?
were dragons. There were very few dragons, but they had wished that a particular dragon was never born. In fact, they wished that that dragon's parents were never created. Unfortunately, out of that, chaos was created.
How would you know that such a thing occurred?
Well, because I've watched all of it happen. I have been here since the First War.
I apologize for the incredible amount of stupidity you must have witnessed in your time.
Why
other-
not intervene yourself?
I would love to. However, Father has forbid it. The last time we intervened, the Second War broke out. Father determined he could no longer trust us because of the twins and the chaos that they brought upon the world.
How are you aware of these things happening? I have not heard other stories of this in my travels, so it feels like the people we have met were unaware.
There are some among you who would be aware of it. She turns to look at Nyack. I'm sure you heard the whisperings during your time at the Quorum.
I mean, there was like the members of the quorum were, some of them were kind of messed up, you know, but nobody ever really knew what happened. Some of us kind of guessed that it was something, you know, like time-based, which is why I really focused on the field of magic that I did.
How
And
well
all-
that magic has worked for you.
Your father, who says he is the one to be able to control everything? People are suffering and dying, and that's just fine.
People die every 100 years. It doesn't change anything.
Yet you bring in people to change the outcome of doing nothing.
They weren't meant to do nothing.
Sorry, say that again. I completely missed it.
They weren't meant to do nothing. They were meant to be champions. To fight the evil and push back the darkness. They were meant to change this world. To create it for the better.
It sounds like one of them changed it. I'm not necessarily sure they did it for the better.
I know, I'm sure they thought it was for the better. But hopefully you guys can learn from their mistakes. Great power wielded carelessly or not always has a ripple effect. A pebble dropped into a pond might raise it a fraction of a hair, but it still creates a ripple effect on the top of the water. It still affects the ground when it lands. It changes the layout of the floor. So every little thing we do alters and shifts the reality around us. Great power has a greater effect.
Yes, with great power comes great resolve to not fuck things up.
Right. Which brings you guys here. You see, we resolved to try the champions before we empowered them. See, before we would just give the mark to the champions, and they would be able to go forth and just do, and with these amazing abilities and empowerment. And we realized that was careless of us. And insanity is, if nothing else, repeating the same thing over and over and hoping for a different outcome. So, we are hoping by changing something, we will get a different outcome. So the blessing has changed. And the way to acquire it has changed as well.
And by having us change things, that makes it fine when you could as well. You desire change, but have someone do all the work.
Do you see this space around me? Every fraction, every fractal of light is fake. Father has essentially banished us. My ability to create this small pocket to get away was a blessing, and to fight even harder to link it back to the world, it was no small feat. For the first time, every sibling is united, and Father has still decided that our unity is not enough for us to be able to intervene. He does not trust us. He trusts his creation more than his children.
Good. And so these blessings would come from the children to fight the will of the Father.
I don't know that it's to fight the will of the Father, but Actually, I would say it is not to fight the will of the Father, for he too has a blessing he is released to bestow. But he's determined to see his creation fight its own fight. For whatever reason, we are not allowed to intervene, not to the extent that most people would like us to. Believe me, we would like to. But the best we can do is choose champions to send forth. And I do say this is probably one of the oddest varieties of champions I've seen in a very long time. She looks around at each of you individually, pausing for a moment to examine each of you.
Olive, by the way, is actively trying to hide behind this fallen pillar over here and just sort of peeking around it. So
Acknowledged. I figured.
I'm sure if like she's gonna look right at him anyway.
Well, I suppose it is time that we get on with this. No sense in delaying unless you decide you do not want to champion, and then we would send you on your way.
Doesn't seem that we have much of a choice.
You have every choice. You don't have to do this. We can find another.
Well, the problem is that no one has done it any better than us so far, so on with it.
Suppose that's acceptable?
Who knows? Besides, maybe us being strange and unconventional is what might finally work.
I am sorry for what's about to happen. It is, never my heart to put another in the position I'm about to put you all in. Whether in this space or in the fight you have ahead of you. But hopefully when you leave here, you will be better prepared than when you arrived. Hopefully. And you see that she, like, her long fingers are playing with wisps in the air now as she's talking with you. Similar to how, like, you would have a coin dance on the back of your fingers. She has wisps dancing in and around her digits.
Is it you? Are we fighting you?
That would be an unfair fight. You would definitely lose. You see, have you heard of Raguna?
I'm aware.
What about her are you aware of?
Mostly, the name seems to be used as a... People spit and curse at the luck of a mass tragedy of war.
Indeed. It was because of their love for Raguna that the twins went to war. You see, they could not be okay letting the other have what they desired. So Vincira fought for Raguna's love, and though Raguna loved him in return, Merrick fought even harder. And it was out of jealousy that their war broke out. This is the war that banished us from our father. Now, I tell you that to tell you that you do indeed stand before the princess of victory.
And you'll forgive me, but do you have a more formal name?
Raguna.
Ah.
Indeed. So now you see why it would be unfair for you to fight me.
What will you have us do then?
Well, and she starts to stretch her arms out, like she looks like she's just stretching like her elbows and rolling her shoulders. It is time we see if you can face yourselves, or at least a version of yourself that you've had to chosen to ignore. You see mist begin to rise around the space. And let me do that's what I want. Yeah, that'll work. Mist rises up in the circle about her. Well, when you're ready, the choice must be yours. And she opens her hands, inviting you to step into the circle.
I do not move.
That's fine. Olive is still hiding behind a fallen stone, so... Are you trying to push him?
You come up to like my knee.
Dante feels something hitting in the back of him, but he doesn't budge.
Like a stupid New York pit. I guess I will look back at my compatriots.
You don't all have to enter at once.
See no reason to hang around.
Will our chances change with more of us together? Or
No. For you each will face yourself on an equal plane.
Interesting.
Swords need not be drawn. Anybody can wield a sword. It's the management of a situation that changes things.
Mega Dante.
I'm going to stride confidently forward and go in.
Okay. She smiles at you.
Okay.
Of course you would be the first to enter. He who has no memory. See, what you don't know is I have greater authority than the one that you've entered a pact with. And I know the truth. And suddenly the memory of your father bursts back into your vision. You hear his voice as he's screaming at you. Was it this that you ran from so willingly? How now will you face the truth?
I'd just have had us hide. Never see the world, to never know what was out there. He was an idiot.
Was he?
Yes. What good can one do when you're just sat keeping yourself from the world? A world that's so fucked up.
Do you know what became of him?
I can't even remember him to care. I can't remember any of them. Why can't I remember any of this? Why had I
Because
forgotten?
You chose the pact with a devil over your own kin.
No.
You could have saved them and you chose to walk away?
I have made no pacts with such devils. The matron, I saw her ravens in the air. I followed them.
Your choice to be deceived. You saw what you wanted to see, but is it really what was there?
I thought it was. What have I done? Who am I?
That, young one, will come to you in time.
Please see my DM, by the way, on that, because my computer has eaten itself recently.
I saw. I don't have.
Okay.
Unless you emailed it to me?
No, I sent it to you over Slack some time ago, so I don't know if you'd saved it.
My Slack is requiring me to upgrade to see anything further back than
Yeah, I didn't know
March.
if you copy and pasted it ages ago when I sent it. Well, shit. I've lost my backstory.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If you
We'll
can't
get there.
remember it in character, then it seems kind of appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fair. She steps closer to you. You can choose now to know the truth of your family and what has happened, or forever that memory will be gone. This is a part. This choice is a part of you forever. It cannot be undone.
Show me.
I am very sorry. She places a hand on your arm. And you have this vivid vision of the tribe. And you hear the beating of wings overhead as dragons attack in beautiful form, laying waste to the entire village. And in the vision, time reverses just slightly to before they had shown up, to about a day before when you left.
So I'd have died with them.
Or taken them with you.
They wouldn't leave. They didn't want me to leave. I broke from them. I I was young and believed I could do so much more. I was still a boy.
Do you still believe you can do so much more? Is that part still in you?
Yes. Yes,
Do you-
on my
do you
travels,
swear it?
I have done so much for people who. Why would a devil have me help so many? Can you tell me one thing?
It's possible.
I need one name. I need to know who led that attack. And if they still live.
The dragon who led the attack does not live.
Any of them?
You see her eyes kind of go to the sky and they cloud over so slightly. There was one, a young one, that chose to defy them and not attack. He still lives.
Have his name and have word.
There's so much power in a name. Very well. I will wish you luck in searching for Frosis.
Can I get that spelled, please?
Yes, I'll put it in general.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for Froyo. Gotcha. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna nod and thank you. I would have other questions, but I know your time is likely limited and better spent elsewhere.
Hold on. A thing is about to happen. And I have to
Oh,
remember
boy.
the name of the thing.
Well, I've written it down.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
so-
another thing is about to happen.
Oh, great.
It's a good thing. You'll like it.
Okay. But yeah, just to explain to everybody else, basically, Dropbox decided it wanted to take all of my document files and upload them onto my Outlook browser. And it was like, oh, hey, your Outlook browser's past its maximum storage. So I'm like, yeah, we'll just clear my Dropbox folder, OneDrive folder, not realizing OneDrive had uploaded everything. And so when I deleted it, it then retroactively deleted everything off my computer because OneDrive is a really shit program and I do not like.
I took massive pains to erase every trace of OneDrive on my system. I tried using it once the way it's supposed to be used. It nearly trashed everything the same kind of way. And I'm like, nope.
OneDrive is useful if you use it like Google Drive and that you only interact with it in a browser.
Well, I've set up Google Drive. Why is my focus off? But I've set up Google Drive so it automatically uploads certain files to my drive. So like for all of my writing, it just automatically updates when I finish something, so I don't ever lose it. I couldn't do that with OneDrive. The only thing it would do is it would take things off my computer and put them on OneDrive. So if I ever lost access, I don't have a hard copy on my computer. No, don't do that.
Yeah, so it basically deleted all of my documents. So I've lost backstory. I lost the poem I wrote for my brother's wedding.
Oh wow.
I've lost the speech I gave. I lost my dad's eulogy. I've lost really things that matter to me, and it's I'm quite upset over it. But yeah, so I'm sorry if Cease, that I've lost the thing I originally sent you. I know most of it. I just cannot remember the name I made up.
That's okay. Congratulations, you get to make a new name.
Hey,
Shucks.
guess what, guys? You still don't get to know it.
Yeah, nobody knows his name.
Well, actually, no. He'll know his name now. Will he? Will he remember anything after he's left this? I guess I'll find out when I walk out of the cloud.
There you go. With that, her hand comes off your arm. What part of her arm did your arm did she touch? Up top? Perfect. About the size of a palm. You feel heat emanate through your skin. As though being branded by iron. A symbol of life and fire now marks you. And I am sending you a message.
Okay.
You are now attuned to that item.
Page not found.
What? Bubkiss.
You can't have it until you have a name. That's why it's not found.
Page not found. 404. We live in a world of uncertainty. But perhaps, certainly the page you're looking for isn't here. Perhaps this halfling has stolen it and hidden it in another place.
Hold on, I'll fix it.
Okay.
What in the shenanigans?
Well, whatever it is, it seems to be giving me 404 of something.
There we go. Try that link instead.
Oh, okay. It's a different link. Let's see.
No, you cannot say anything about it. Just enjoy that for a moment. All right.
Question.
Answer.
The last effect.
We'll talk all about it at the end.
Okay. I already have something that does that. Do they stack?
We'll talk about it at the end.
Okay. Holy shit. I'm not going to add this straight away because I know people can view my thing, so I will wait till later.
Okay. And with that, like, the mist actively pushes you out.
I never got to ask about the demon. I know.
Yeah.
Do I remember the whole conversation?
You do.
Do I remember my name?
You remember hearing your father's voice.
Okay.
You get to determine if he said your name during that altercation or not.
Probably not then. He would have just called him useless boy.
There you go. That's what you would know then. Because it was literally just that chunk of history that she brought back into memory. For those of you who are seeing him, you actually see smoke coming off of his one arm, or the one part of his arm where her hand was. And he smells a little bit like burnt flesh.
Well, I mean, it hurts, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Did we actually hear this discussion?
Oh, absolutely. You guys heard and saw everything.
Okay.
Guess it's too late to really give my dad an apology, though. With that, I'm just gonna wander off and leave the others to it.
Okay.
Just find like a quiet tree stump to sit under and just think.
Quiet is definitely there. You are bothered by a couple of will-o-wisps that just kind of buzz by you, but that's about it.
Trying to suck your life away.
Just, inspecting and then moving on.
Nyack turns and kind of looks at Dante like, oh shit, now what?
It is over with, I suppose.
I will stroll forward.
I have to say, I'm surprised you weren't the first, Dragon. Then again, you have always struggled with something like this. Things of importance where the scales might tilt either way.
One could say that I have control problems.
Relinquishing control? Or must always be in control?
I always know something will be done right if I'm the one to do it and dictate it.
Right.
Some are better at leading than others.
Right. But there was a time where you didn't do it, did you? She waves her hand and a missive appears in your hand, a scroll. A familiar scroll, in fact, that you recall should have been delivered to prevent an attack, or at least allow for evacuation. The seal still emblazoned on the front. Oh, the lives you could have saved if you'd actually done what you said you would have done. Done what you promised.
I remember why I didn't do it. And I remember the visit after. Of course, I regret it, but there is a certain order to things. Some are meant to be over others and serve, obey, follow. There are things that are right, things that I thought were right. And this right here is exactly why I won't relinquish control. Why I won't do the following. Following might and others in search of my own. Lust for more. It's disgusting.
No one ever told you to pick sides. They just told you
There's always a side.
They only told you to do what you said you would do. But you didn't. You took the missive, but didn't deliver it. You chose to not follow good on your word. Can you be trusted now? When things are the hardest? when you might have to face them again, face to face, will you be able to make the killing blow on your own kin?
No.
Even if your friend's life depends on it? Even if it came to mortal blows with anyone in your party member?
And this is why I lead from the back.
To escape?
I don't know. Self-preservation is something I'm quite good at.
It's that trait that caught the eye of Henuzat. But I tell you, a choice will have to be made. And you will have to decide on which side you choose to take, for the scales are tipping one way or another.
And I want to be the one doing the tipping.
You might need to be the one doing the saving. That missive, undelivered, killed 87 people. One small piece of paper. And you could have saved them. Sympathies aside, it may come to that again. Only instead of 87 people, it is the 6 that I see before me. Would you do it for them?
I want to.
Then prepare your mind for what is coming. And with that, she places her hand on... You choose where on your arm.
I'm actually gonna say like my wrist.
Ooh, so I'm gonna say like you almost like turn to start going, like you're just done, and she grabs your wrist to stop you.
Yeah, totally.
And with that, again, you feel like that hot branding iron from her palm just sear the back of your wrist. And
I give a guttural kind of growl that I can't replicate.
that's okay. And again, you see a symbol.
Good night.
She has the cutest little voice.
She's 6. Yes, she does.
I love it. You see a symbol of life and fire on the back of your wrist. And you get that link.
Hey.
And with that, the mist then pushes you out.
It's just dawned on me that I can base how long I've been playing with you guys by how old Radix's daughter is. Because she was literally a baby when I joined.
I think no, when I was DMing, that was on the second one. Because I had to
Yeah, I was
do the thing
my first one
when...
with Bendis, so yeah. That
Oh,
was
okay.
before lockdown. So
That's right. Good point, yeah. Um, yeah, I kind of just sit. Doing the whole, like, my knees are kind of angled up with my arms and just kind of breathing heavily, looking down.
Okay.
Are the rest of us experiencing any of this, or are they just vanishing into the mist while this all happens?
So they go into the mist, and you do hear and see everything. The mist only goes up to like their knees, so like Nyak's waist. So you still hear and see everything. The mist is just there to set a boundary, to make a choice.
Nyack kind of walks up and puts a hand on Dante's shoulder and gives it a pat as he walks in.
Oh, you guys are the same height now.
Oh yeah, when he sits down.
Ah, the wizard. I notice you've kept the stutter from your childhood.
Yeah. Thanks for thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate it.
I find it endearing. If I recall, your mother had the same stutter?
Yeah.
It's amazing how far you've come with such a disadvantage. One that, as I remember, and do correct me if I'm wrong, they told you you wouldn't be able to cast a spell because of that.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, it happens while I'm talking, but it doesn't happen when I am using magic. All the words, all the manipulations just flow.
They didn't believe you at Nenvin, though, did they? And as I recall, you had some casting anxiety as a young wizard. Could not produce what they were asking you to do.
Never gonna be good enough, I believe was the phrase I was told.
I believe you're correct. That one moment of emotional distress, that one moment that caught you off guard when they asked for proof and you could not produce it. How then will you be able to fight moving forward when put on the spot like that again?
I mean, I'm a different wizard now. I've learned so much more at the quorum. Probably more than I would have learned at university. I mean, you can see the magic I can do now.
Indeed, but those have been low stress environments. Can you hold your own and maintain your composure when there is a beast that is easily 100 times your size zooming past you? Fire breathing from its nostrils, or even worse, acid? Could you cast the spell that is needed for your patrons, your party members to survive in that heat of a moment?
Yes. I mean, we've had our struggles getting to this point, and my magic hasn't failed me. I mean, we've gotten this far.
What if I told you it's your lack of confidence that has produced your stutter? And it would go the moment you believed in yourself. You need to put faith in who you are. If you don't, you have much untapped potential. And I don't say that lightly. I know your family. And they have squandered the potential of your lineage for centuries. You are capable of so much more. But I fear that you would walk in fear continually and not learn to trust yourself.
I feel like I trust myself.
I truly hope you are right. That you will find the faith you need in yourself and the spells you cast to be able to surpass any of your ancestors. She very gently places a hand, shoulder, on your shoulder. And the heat burns as it goes down. You actually see any feathers that are there fall as the burning burns through the calcium of the feathers. And there's your link. I truly hope my sister's trust in you has not been misplaced. And with that, the fog pushes you out.
Is Thaldriath avoiding going in?
I was muted. Yeah, and she looks very uncomfortable. Like she's not even doing a good job hiding it.
Yeah, I was asking because, like, if you're specifically avoiding, I didn't want to jump ahead of you or something like that, but if you're specifically avoiding going in, Olive will slowly walk up to the line past you.
Okay. Yes, I am specifically avoiding.
Olive gets up to the line and just pauses and looks at Raguna and says, I don't want to do this.
I know.
They're not going to see me the same way.
I know. But you're stronger than that.
I have to be. And I'll step in.
She smiles when you make that step. My faith in you has not been misplaced. And I know that Rowan haunts your dreams and your nightmares. I know it's not easy. Everything that's been asked of you.
I can't go back in time and change it. It defines me.
It does. It's made you stronger and more capable.
The other two whose names I don't even know.
I'm not going to say their names don't matter, because they do. But knowing their names doesn't change anything. Your control then is not the same as it is now.
If I hadn't gotten it under control, I would have had to end myself. I
You
was a
and
monster. I hope
and
to
I-
not be.
You and I both know you couldn't end yourself.
I could try.
You would have failed. You were crafted masterfully to be able to survive almost anything. I believe in you. Do you know? No, you don't, do you? You know you are the only one of your kind. But you are the only one that I've created. I have no following. I have no altars. I have nothing. I have no people that I've created to call my own. But when the alchemist left you unattended for but an hour, a hint of magic was all you needed. I knew you had potential. It's not an easy path that's been laid before you. But I feel
You're
like
muted, dude.
It's the only path I've got.
it is. But I feel like you're growing stronger from it. You are not the same. Same gathering of atoms and cells that I saw in the tower, in the alchemist library. You have changed magnanimously. You have, in and of yourself, evolved. Can you continue to do so? You're muted.
Trying to eat snacks. There's only one way to find out.
Indeed there is. And this big smile comes across her face, and she physically is going to physically push you out of the mist. Her hand makes firm contact with what would be like your chest as she pushes you out. And in that push, the branding happens. And I will send you a link. That is your link. She looks over at Thaldrieth. Is it so scary to face your reality and who you are?
Yes, it is.
You can either embrace your truth or you can run from it.
I've been running for a long time, and that's been suiting me well.
Has it?
Yes, it's how I get by. I don't like remembering things. I don't like what I've had to do.
Olive looks up at her from where he's moved over to where she's standing and just says, I drained the life out of 3 people who didn't deserve it and left them as husks. Did you do worse than that?
I would put a hand what is the equivalent of your shoulder and not say anything. Fine, if I have to.
You know, Aaron's parents forgave you.
I'm glad, but I don't forgive myself.
I see. Even though you did what you had to?
I'm not sure that I had to. What if I had done something different?
Like what?
I don't know, but isn't there always a way? I must have failed.
There isn't always a way. Sometimes it is the life of one for the life of many.
I promised myself I would never kill again, and I've so far kept that promise.
Do you know what she did? Or what she was about to do?
I do.
And still you don't forgive yourself.
No. Give me 30 seconds. A wasp just flew in here.
Oh, bad bee.
Yeah, 1 second.
Can I just total
I
squirrel?
remain convinced that she knows what she has to do this time.
Total squirrel. I am thoroughly enjoying Arlie's commentary in Slack.
Oh no, I got a wad of paper towels and now I can't find it.
I feel like you have need of the salt gun to kill bugs.
I usually try to take them outside, but Remy wants to play with the wasp, and that doesn't work for me.
You don't. No, you don't do that with wasps. There's no forgiving trait about a wasp. They are not
Agreed.
bees. They are terrible, like monsters.
Wait, hang on a minute. Ali's not in this chat. How does she know about the wasp?
She's watching on YouTube.
Ah,
Still
right.
streaming
Well, I
it.
think we're on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, we're on YouTube now? I thought we were on Twitch.
Both.
Yes.
Oh dear God.
Yep.
Do you have a link to the YouTube? Because I have people I could send that to.
Gotta get the clicks, man. All 5 of them.
7. There's 7 of them.
I didn't even realize we had a YouTube channel.
Still does, yeah.
Hmm.
I've only ever rewatched them on Twitch.
Okay, sorry about that.
Great. People can see me fall asleep on the internet. Fantastic.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry about that.
Does YouTube retain the videos longer than Twitch does?
I think so.
I believe YouTube retains them near permanently.
Yeah, it's until I think it's set till until we delete or until he
Oh,
deletes.
nice.
Yeah.
When did you start doing the YouTube thing?
Hold on, I have to
Um,
delete.
When Twitch changed their policy and allowed affiliated streamers to multi-stream.
So,
6 months ago?
okay, during this game. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, I am ready to continue. No kittens were stung.
Fantastic. On both accounts.
Yeah, so what was the last thing you said? Something.
I don't remember. Arlie, help us out here.
Do you know what she was about to do? Yes.
Okay,
But
got it.
you still won't something.
And I still don't forgive myself for it. Yeah.
By taking her life, you saved the life of many. Would you have rather spared her life so that she may take the lives of many?
Can I be sure that there was no other option? How do I know? How can I be okay?
Those that were with you tried to talk her down. Another tried to capture her. Tell me, at what point of her fighting did she give a hint that she was going to stand down? She had genuinely lost her mind.
Saldrieth just kind of looks at her feet.
I know this is hard. I want you to know you did what was right and you did what was best. And that took courage. You are more brave than you realize. But you have to realize it. A time may come that you will be put in the same position, and you may have to take a life to save the life of those you walk with. I'm not saying you have to attack everyone, but it's okay to defend those you care about. And it's okay. It's okay to defend those who are being attacked by a great evil.
I kind of shuffle my feet and mutter something under my breath, and it kind of sounds vaguely like an affirmation.
I believe in you, and I believe in time you will believe in you too. She places a hand on your arm.
Actually, since I had seen everyone else do this, I would have handed her my hand.
She will take your hand then. Is it the back of your hand or your palm?
The back.
Okay. So she grasps your hands and she actually gives it like this reassuring squeeze and smiles at you before the branding takes place.
Okay.
And then you're branded, and the smell of smoldering flesh fills the area. It is rather disgusting. And with that, the mist disappears.
I'll take a few steps back and kind of stand to the side, and I'm not like meeting anyone's eyes. I'm just like firmly staring at my boots.
Sorry, Arlie made me chuckle. I don't know why it kept reminding her of bed knobs and broomsticks, but that makes me chuckle. I am happy to see that faith has not been misplaced. That maybe, just maybe, you guys might actually be the last champions. And we'll see an end to this war and the chaos. In the distance amongst the mist, you see a lightning strike, and Raguna visibly flinches.
I'll stand up and look back at it.
Anybody with a passive perception of 16 or higher would notice that she is afraid.
What
Good as that, Harold?
That is the collapse of this area.
So it's time for us to go then.
Unfortunately, I wish it was not so, but indeed,
and what
the
happens to you?
Father will punish me first, and then I will be
Deciding on champions.
for making this place. This was not supposed to exist. More so, it was not supposed to connect back to your realm. And it appears that he has found out. But it is worth it. To see you all here and to see how far you have come and to know how far you will go. I have faith in each and every one of you. With that, another resounding lightning strike hits. And the expression on her face changes. She's like, but you guys really need to get out of here before he gets here.
Please try to stop us.
No, this realm is going to collapse, and if you're still here, you will probably die.
That sounds like a great reason to get moving.
Yeah. Go quickly.
Indeed.
Do we actually see like an exit?
Yeah, there's like wherever over there where the owl is, there's like a portal basically that zoops you back.
Okay, my thing must not be updated.
It's not physically there. We'll just say it's like down here.
Okay.
It's like a weird little path that goes out the bottom corner.
Yeah.
By where the owl? Yeah, I gotcha. None of the tokens were updating for me.
Oh, I gotcha.
Are we just saying that Beryl had a traumatic experience as well? I'm sure she can answer this while she's watching it when it turns up on YouTube.
She did send me a traumatic event. I'll let Arlie share that with everybody.
She's typing now, so she'll...
Yeah. All of the typing is about to happen. We're about to see a paragraph of information flood the scene.
Ali's character lost a shoe one day. It made walking on that hoof very difficult.
I can't climb.
Oh god, she came across a staircase. We're already laughing and we don't know what it is yet, so it can't be that bad.
As you guys approach the portal, just like when you had entered, you'd barely touch it and it just zoops you right out.
Zoop.
Zoop. And I'm switching maps.
Are we back out where we went in? Are we back out where we went in and on the back side of the tree?
Yes.
Completely forgot we got to the tree. Was that the game when I wasn't here?
Yeah, you were not there for that one.
Sorry. Stupid.
Not only did we get to the tree, we got escorted by fire elementals. It was fun.
Sweet. So we've managed to dodge all the dragons along the way. Have we had a long rest since?
No, we have not.
Okie dokie. That's the main thing. That means we'll I can't really attune to this thing yet anyway, so.
No, because we have the funky long rest has to be in a safe area
Safe place.
rules.
When's the next time we can use the door?
Not
The door
these
the
characters.
last party had.
Have it.
Oh god, yeah.
It's at the bottom of the ocean.
Ugh, never mind.
So to answer that, never.
No, the last time we used it was 6 months ago as a different party.
I asked Cease about it, and she confirmed that I think the box toad is still alive, but the cat's dead.
And a mimic?
The mimic
I think the mimic would
alive
be
now.
alive.
The mimic probably ate the cat.
Well, I think the mansion would provide them with whatever food they want as well, so...
Hang on, important question. What about Ali's rock pet? Is that still alive?
No.
It is still a rock.
There's no still alive.
It never was.
Dumb question. How do I add this to my character sheet?
If you do a search in, like you go to manage inventory and then do a search for Mark, it'll come up as one of the options there.
Got it. Thanks.
Question. Is the apostrophe intended?
Yes,
Okay.
it is plural.
Apostrophes don't make things plural.
Shut up, and this it does.
How do I
Because it's plural and possessive. So
how do I do the first part of the thing?
What you mean? You have to just alter your. Well, we can't attune to it yet because we've not taken a rest. But when you do, you just have to alter your ability score manually.
Mm.
If you click on the ability score outside of the actual box to roll something, then it'll have an option to do like another modifier. You can just toss it in there.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I am not finding it.
If you just go into manage inventory and where it says filter, if you just type in the word mark, there's like two options.
Yeah, add item.
There is not for me. There's only one thing that shows up, and it's not that.
Is it St. Markovius thigh bone?
Yeah.
Then I wonder if you'll probably, because once it's been activated has been since you've used the browser, you might need to refresh. If you're using the one that's in using the overlay browser, then probably refresh first, or open another character sheet on a separate page, because I'm guessing you opened that before Cease activated it.
Also, double check if you go into edit your character that under the first step of character preferences, homebrew content's enabled. If it's not, then homebrew items won't show up.
Okay, so new tab didn't work. I will go into my character sheets thing. Let's see.
So, for the record, the act of branding was the attunement. So you are exiting attuned to this item.
Oh, cool. That's perfect then.
If you were already attuned to 3 items, and this one would make you make a 4th item, you will get to choose which item you are no longer attuned to.
I now have a con score of 18.
Okay, that was it. It was that I hadn't had homebrewed enabled. I found it. Okay.
And apparently just rolled a dice because I can hear it on my sheet.
Now that everybody has their item, all the items the same. Any questions about said item?
Yeah, the last effect, I already have that as a racial strength of the grave.
Mm-hmm.
If I use one, can I still then use the other?
I would say yes.
Okay.
The one on the mark is used as secondary
Okay.
because it literally can only be used once, period.
All right.
It does not recharge.
The first one is whenever I drop to 0 hit points, I make a charisma saving throw, DC 5 plus the damage taken. On success, I drop to 1 hit point and can't use the feature again. So if that one fails, can I then use the secondary?
Yes.
Cool. Sweet. I have cheat death twice.
And this one doesn't require a check.
I know. So I'm going to use that as the backup. That was my main concern, is if I used one, I couldn't use the other.
No, you're good.
Awesome.
Does anybody else have any questions about this new item?
Is this just like the mark? Like, this is more of an outside clarification thing. Does each mark represent one of the gods, or is this just of Raguna?
Just Raguna.
Okay.
It's all her symbol, but each ability in there is from a god.
Right.
So they
got
all
it.
kind of pulled together to create everything, but the symbol is her, 100%.
Lastly, is Ali's character's brand like My Little Pony cutie mark on like one of her flanks?
I will
If she-
quit this game so fast.
Oh my. We do not do horse tramp stamps.
I mean,
Ali
all of us
loves
is right
a
on their
cutie mark.
all of us is right on their middle, so it's kind of like a Care Bear stamp.
Oh my gosh.
So it-
What horror have I just unleashed?
So your Care Bear stare is the life drain.
Taste the rainbow, mother.
Arlie, you can, sure, if that's what you want. That's what you can be branded like cattle.
As Raguna reaches out to her and she's like, no, 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 touch my butt.
I'm sorry, I've just ruined an amazing thing and just made it horrible.
It's okay. You didn't ruin it. So you guys have now exited the tree. The fire elemental, little one, is still sitting there. Like he started to walk away, and like you guys are back. He just looks, you're back. Flash friends, you made it back. You were not gone long.
Well, that's good to know, so there's no time skip.
I thought that you were going back.
I was, but you're back already. I thought you'd be gone longer.
We didn't really get much choice. We kind of had to leave early.
But you were like, gone here.
Northern, what languages do you speak? Because that's relevant for this.
Oh, right, okay, so no, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish.
Then you hear crackling fire.
Okay, never mind then. I didn't realize that he's only primordial speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How long do you think we were gone?
Like I said, gone here.
I see.
How long does it think we were gone?
You wouldn't hear me asking that question either.
Oh,
It would sound like crackling fire. But I don't know if Nyack would be translating still like he was before.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I forgot he was translating, so. Yeah.
That is a
Regret-
very neat trick of magic, I suppose.
I mean,
It's
she's
new
a
me.
god.
You met
She can fit an entire encounter with us in time between eye blinks, I guess.
You met God?
A god. More, just one.
That's a yes. I mean,
Wow. All powerful super person? They say
Seem to be.
super person. Wow.
I will note for Northern that Olive is absolutely speaking common.
Okay, fair enough.
Because monks
Because
are
monks.
broken.
Monks are weird.
You can understand scrunched paper noises?
It's not like it's hard.
Apparently.
Then we will happily walk back with you. We will walk you back home.
Oh yes. Forge Caller be so happy. No, Forge Caller not be happy. No tell Forge Caller about God.
I think she's leaving anyway.
Oh good. Forge Caller worries enough. No need more worry.
She didn't seem to be the bad kind.
good. I don't know if there is bad kind, but good.
There are bad kinds.
Why make bad God? Should only be good God.
Just like everything, some things make good choices and some make bad choices. They aren't made with those choices.
Seems silly, but I mean, fire always good fire.
Fire can hurt.
Does that make fire bad fire?
How it's used. Fire itself, no, but how fire is used.
Fire can be dangerous to things that aren't fire.
Dangerous.
Kind of like how water might hurt you.
Oh. As ouchie?
Can, yes.
But fire not bad cause of ouch.
For you.
Oh, fire not bad cause ouch you.
Fire would ouch us.
But right, but fire not bad because of it. Fire just fire.
Yes. So it's how the fire is used. Is it used to make people warm and cook their meals? That's wonderful. Is it used in a way that destroys the lives of many? No.
You see him kind of like suck his flames in as tight as he can. I careful fire.
Let's go home.
Okay. The whole time he's like trying to keep his flames as sucked in as possible.
Yet we all are a bit sturdier to it now.
I'm just gonna bloop. And you can feel free to move your tokens. When you guys come around the front to where Forge Caller is, he looks to you. Did you find what you were looking for?
We did. Thank you for providing the escort.
Honestly, little one would have been insufferable if I didn't let them.
Will you continue to be okay here?
For a time. My fire dwindles, but the heat of the tree helps.
We must continue our path, but we hope to return someday. And we'll hope to see you then. Perhaps on different circumstances.
I hope so. May peace come back to this island.
So I'll give my nod or whatever and start going wherever we need to go.
As you guys leave the area, little one is waving frantically. So you hear like the flames whipping through the air as his fiery little fist is waving.
Does the big one need more fire?
No,
Like-
he died.
Your internet hates us tonight.
It was very dramatic though,
Really?
in slow motion.
Okay. I said no, he's dying.
Well, but if a person's dying, you can put like healing magic in them to make them not die.
That
So if
doesn't
If
stop old life.
but if a fire thing's dying, couldn't you just more fire?
You're made of meat. If we hit you with meat, do you feel better?
No. All right, good point.
Can't refute that logic. QED.
DM's broken. She can't get the image of you smacking me with a pork chop out of her head.
Oh boy.
My eyeballs are watering. Oh, it's bad. I was laughing so hard, Maddie came over like, "You okay, Mom?" Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Okay. Now that my brain has been completely distracted. Okay, so where are you guys headed?
That's a really good question. At the very least, we should probably go try to get a long rest. So, go to that that safe haven place, and then
The one-
decide to move there.
The one dragon lady there might be able to give us an idea of what we should be doing next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have any hints other than that.
The cave at the southern tip of the island. Okay.
Yep.
That is it's a 3-day journey.
Is it though?
Well, you shouldn't meh.
Because I'm gonna cast a spell to fast forward travel.
What?
Oh no! Basically, in character, I'm gonna cast teleport so that we don't have to travel.
Oh, I was just gonna let you guys travel and there wasn't gonna be anything you encountered. But sure, if you want to teleport, you can.
Yeah, I'll just teleport us.
Okay.
It saves 3 days.
Alrighty.
All right, where's that button? There's that button.
And poof. You're at the entrance to the tunnel.
Yeah, basically in yes. Ah. Entrance. Yep.
And we've been brought back here because
About what time of day do you think it was?
Early evening.
Early evening. Okay, in the mouth of the cave, do we hear anything further back inwards?
Oh yeah. It's the normal.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like everybody's getting ready to sit down to have dinner type sounds. And smells too. You definitely smell food.
I will start to move myself up and go to the common area, I guess.
So I took a bite of chicken right as you said that. I was like, well, I better finish chewing this before I unmute myself. Your arrival does not go unnoticed by the members of the pack. While they do notice you, they don't react. Like they see you and then they're like, okay, and they go right back to eating. From across the way, you do hear Marcus yell, something along the lines of, "Hey, you're back!" He definitely sounds intoxicated.
Remind me which one he is again. It's what, that one, okay. Yeah, I'll mosey and sit and give him a pat on the back. Yes, we are, and I'm assuming it's fine that we have returned here.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Thank you. And are there still spaces available for us to rest?
Yeah, we could still make accommodations. And he just kind of looks at his wife Soren beside him and smiles like a fool. She rolls her eyes at him. Yeah, we have rooms for you. We have a room for you guys.
Thank you. We don't want to be a burden. It's just been quite a trek.
absolutely understand. It's not a burden, it's not a problem. Marcus is about 3 sheets to the wind already. Possibly 4.
Very well. We won't bother you or try to disrupt your evening. Really, Cat? I just fucking let you in.
Didn't want to, just wanted door open.
We won't bother your evening. This little furry shit, however, will.
Yeah, I guess I'll just grab some dinner and sit and eat and yeah.
Okay.
Now grab some food and join.
Then I think realistically our next best bet would be to talk to, what was her name? Zebra?
Zebra?
Yeah. And I'll kind of just mention that in character as well. Like, don't know what we'll be doing next.
You're breaking up really bad again, and you're frozen now.
Arrange a meeting with this dragon mother.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, Radix, I'm gonna need you to repeat what you said because you broke up for us all.
Yep, I figured as much. Basically, I would say something along the lines of, perhaps we could arrange a meeting with this brood mother to get an idea of what to do next. Holy shit. Because yeah, somehow I don't know whether there's going to be like giant battle or systemically like eliminating targets one by one or what.
Did he do it again, or is it just for me? No,
No.
he's gone.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Although at least that one was mostly understandable.
I think you're back. I see you, and I see you moving.
Excellent.
That always lasts exactly long enough to ruin whatever you're saying. And then it's done.
After saying, see Broodmother for next steps, I don't have a general idea. I don't know whether there's going to be some massive fight or we're going to systemically, eliminate targets one by one, so no idea.
Billy, well, in terms of actually eliminating targets, one by one seems more manageable, but I guess the more you do it, the more attention you're going to get. Because if you can knock a lot of them down in one fell swoop, you do have the element of surprise, but you also need to kill all of them at once.
I mean, we haven't even taken out one dragon alone yet. We should probably figure out if we can manage that before we go up against a whole bunch.
I mean, we did take out... No, that's not true. We did...
We helped capture one.
Yes. We pretty...
Had a lot of help.
I mean, the damn thing exploded in our faces. We did do quite well to survive it.
Those fellows.
Sorry, Radix, again, you're breaking up. Something's happened with your connection.
Olive may not want to hear it, but we could see if the quorum has any answers or leads.
You really think I'm gonna fall for that?
I'm
What's so bad
not-
about this quorum?
They kept me in a jar.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Did they know you were sentient when you were in the jar, or were you just goo at that point?
I mean, the alchemist played dragon chess with me to test me, so I'm pretty sure he knew that I was thinking. Also, where do you think I learned to speak?
I never bothered to think of it. I mean, how do I know where he learned to speak? And I point over at Dante.
What does that even mean?
Why wouldn't he know how to speak?
I never said that he shouldn't. I'm saying that I give no thought of where he learned how to speak. So why would I think about where Olive learned to speak?
One always has a mouth, and the other only has a mouth when he wants to.
If I haven't given thought to really how Olive is sentient, I'm not really thinking about his language skills.
guess that's fair enough.
However, I did always know the alchemist had a, how do I put it? A mind that was very structured and logical, but I didn't think that there would be cruelty.
Even the most outwardly kind people are capable of cruelty, I have found.
So you seriously think this quorum place is going to give us the answers we need in terms of what we should do next?
I think that the quorum has a lot of potential for answer, but I mean, Olive doesn't seem to want to go back. Not that I really would blame him, but it's a place where I got a lot of answers, so maybe they'll have more. The actual members of the quorum are weird.
Can they be trusted?
I guess that would depend on who you ask. I would say yes. I mean, they took me and gave me access to a lot of magical knowledge, but Olive would probably say no.
They're not bad people unless they think you're property.
That's the logic of a dragon.
That's the logic of a lot of races.
Perhaps we just start locally first, then expand across the world.
You think we should knock off the dragons that are here first?
I mean, don't say
Or-
that out loud. We're being hosted by a dragon, dude.
Talk to the one that agreed to
I didn't mean the ones that are on our good side. I mean, the problematic ones.
I think we don't need to go looking for trouble, and we should ask around for things first.
I think, obviously, to Dante's point, we should ask here first. That makes more sense than option one being, halfway across the world. But I was just throwing that out as a possibility.
I don't have a veto. If we decide we need to go to the quorum, we can go to the quorum. I'm just filing my vote as no. If I'm outvoted, so be it.
I suppose we can always let Olive stay back. I can stay back with Olive.
I'm not afraid of them. I got away once. I just don't trust them.
And
They have their
you're
own agendas.
you're also much stronger than when you escaped the first time, I would imagine.
Yeah, I am not scared of them. I can get away again if we go there, and they try and pull anything. I just don't want to poke the bear if I don't have to.
Well, before we go setting off on a journey that's going to take us half of the planet it seems to travel, I think we should probably see if we can actually do the job before we decide to commit ourselves to something crazy.
Meaning what?
Now, if we can't kill any if we can't kill the hostile dragons in this area, there's no point us going on a massive journey across the world, find out that we can't do it anyway.
Well, there aren't any on this island anyway. We
I'm sure
would have to leave Lakota to find one.
There's no way of luring them here?
So from the previous discussion in the cave with the broodmother, this is actually a safe haven to the something dragonflight. Dang it, where are my notes? We're not allowed to spend this much time off games for a while, guys. This is ridiculous. My whole brain is all over the place. Yes, chromatic dragonflight. So because your character would know that this is a safe haven for them, and they have previously been hunted by other dragonflights, luring another dragonflight here would be a bad idea.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed to it. Like I mean, Arlie has mentioned the one that's kind of leading a town. If there's only one, that's a great opportunity. But we just need more information on where some of them are outside of Vinla, and some of that just might be rumor mill. But the more preparation, the better, I guess.
What about the guys who we helped capture one?
Right, they're the something emerald.
Yeah.
Order of the Viridian Path.
Yep, that was the second guess I was gonna.
I was going to say, if anybody's been tracking dragons and knows where they are, they'd be good ones to probably give us some pointers.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one.
But do you guys know how to get a hold of them?
Not in this party.
Does anybody in this party have sending?
Yes, but we'd have to know who those people are, really, right?
We've met them. We captured a dragon with 2 of them.
4 of them.
4 of them. That was this party that did it. It wasn't the old party.
Right.
The one in the
Didn't they-
farm fields.
Did they give us a sending stone?
No, but if somebody in this group,
I have sending.
I was going to say, there you go. She can always just get in touch with them.
Yeah, I just thought they gave us something and said, here, in case you ever need to get in touch with us.
I don't think they were that
I
happy.
thought they did.
Did they?
It sounds familiar, but it definitely wasn't to
It's not in my
Olive.
inventory.
It wasn't to me. Mine was from the governor or whatever.
Yeah.
Did we lose it on the airship? We lost a bunch of stuff. That might have been one of the things.
I think we ended up all losing mundane stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody lost anything important. But yeah, like Ali says, I think the Viridian people weren't that happy with us. I don't think they sent us with anything, gave us a sending stone. I know we got the one off the mayor.
I have a sending stone, but it's back to the alchemist.
Hmm.
And I
But my thought
don't
is
think Olive
that
knows about that one.
if Aldrith can do a sending to them,
No, my notes indicate that Cambry, who is the head guy, flipped a coin to Nyack as a sending stone. And it operates as a tracker if we need help from the Viridian Path to find us.
Which session note are you on?
84.
Just scrolled to that one and started reading. Dang it, you're faster than me.
I do not have that one in my notes. Or in my inventory notes. I do have 3/4 of a bottle of wine in my inventory notes, though.
You're
Oh.
thinking things right.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah, I mean that's who I would use to go forward from here. Purely because we know they have a history of dealing with dragons, and they might have tabs on ones that need dealing with, and they may be welcome to a bit of extra firepower.
Yeah, definitely not a bad thought.
Okay. Here is the scoop. My brain is crashing. I am exhausted. It is 10:30 Eastern. We have about 30 minutes of game left.
I have my first Sunday rehearsal tomorrow, so I'd be welcome to a night early close.
Yeah. So we probably will call it early with you guys heading into a long rest. So we will pick up our session at the beginning of the morning, you coming out of the long rest. I would say if you guys want to keep throwing out ideas on how to move forward, absolutely. I would keep tossing stuff around in Slack, because that's pretty much what you guys will be doing in game for the rest of the evening. So I'd say if you want to toss ideas around, try to solidify a game plan, that sounds perfect. We can toss stuff around in Slack and stuff, because I don't want to keep you guys for just that, as much as I love hearing the RP and everything for it. I do want to be mindful of time, and I'm falling asleep because I am heat crashing. So there's that. I have a message. Okay. you're not getting 15,000 experience. We do have session next weekend. The 29th, we will be in session. The 6th, we are not. There is no game the 6th. Huh? Yes.
Today was the 22nd. You mean the 29th?
I said we do have session the 29th. We do not have it the 6th.
That's good, because the 6th is completely out for me anyway.
We will have it the 13th. I will know by next weekend if we will have it the 20th or not. I've been asked to attend a conference. I have to find out if I'm what time the conference gets over.
I have yet to book my tickets, but I should, in theory, be away in Gibraltar from the 19th to the 1st. So I will not be able to partake in those games.
July 19th to August 1st?
Yes. So the 20th and the 22nd, I'm tentatively now out for.
Okay.
I am also out let's see, what day is that? Let me look at the calendar real quick. The 27th of July, because I'll be at the Red Fair.
Okay. In the honor of total transparency, I am genuinely hoping to bring the game to a close by the 13th.
Of July?
Yep.
Okay.
In open transparency, that's what I'm hoping. Again, your characters could make decisions that are not conducive with making that happen. So we'll see if it actually happens or not. Absolute worst case, or late case scenario would be by the end of August. We will come to a close. So we'll see how everything plays out. Next Saturday we're definitely going to dive more into the dragon history and what's going on, because you guys are now reaching that point. And hopefully, my hope is that we'll end the 29th with you guys coming up to the area of the big bad. So then when we get back together on the 13th, we can be facing said big bad. But that really just depends, again, on choices and layout and how everything plays. So we will see. That's my hope. But yeah, so like I said, there's no session on the July 6th, and possibly no session July 20th. Yeah, and then you guys want experience. Where is my page? We're gonna do 2,500. Lots of good RP today. Alrighty. Any questions? Alright. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Really good game tonight, really good RP. You guys did awesome. And then we will see you guys next Saturday, and we'll pick up where we left off.
Cool. Thanks. Take care, everyone.
See ya.
Good night.
All right, and that is it for us tonight. As you heard, we will be having a game next weekend. This upcoming week, we are not raiding. The raid team is going on hiatus until pre-patch. She says yay. I don't know what I'm gonna fill the stream slots with. So I guess I need to figure something out. Well, I mean, this Friday, no, this coming Friday, is Dawn Trail.
And Thursday, people of Dynasty goes here.
Eh.
You can play a couple hours with me.
Yeah, but we'll figure something out. I might also just go on stream hiatus. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll be here Tuesday streaming something. That'll be 9 o'clock Eastern. Same with Thursday. But like I said, next week we are having a game. So we'll be here around 8 o'clock Eastern. But till then, as always, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. And have a great night.